My boyfriend, 20 male, won't let me, 20 female, go on a weekend girls trip. At the beginning of the month, my friend invited me and our other friend to her parents' lake house for the 25-27 of July. I asked my boyfriend if he'd be okay with me going. He was mad at first and then said yes, so I said yes to my friends. Last week my boyfriend got very upset, crying to me about how he didn't want me to go. He thinks I'm gonna cheat, he won't be able to sleep without me, and if I go, he'll leave me. Mind you, I've never even kissed another man. He's my first everything. We started dating when I was 17. I just wanted to get to know these girls better and hang out. Sad face. He always does this when I want to hang out with anyone. I'll have to send proof of where and who I'm with, but he claims this time is different. The trip starts literally TMRW and we'd be back Sunday. We had a whole huge fight yesterday and I eventually gave in, telling him I won't go because he kept calling me selfish and a whore. I've cried to him so many times about having no friends. I thought he'd understand how much this meant to me. I'll have to tell my friends today that I can't go, but I don't even know what to say. I don't want to say anything because I'm genuinely so hurt that I can't go, but I still want to go. If I go, he'll be sad. If I don't go, I'll be sad. I just don't know what to do. Can someone please help me or give me guidance? Is it bad if I still go with my friends? Is it bad if I stay home? Either way, people are going to be upset. I don't want to break up, but I also don't want to be controlled, and I want this opportunity with my friends. He tells me I'm selfish for going, but he's selfish for making me stay. Please help me. Sad face. Too long. Did not read. My boyfriend won't let me go on a girls' weekend trip tomorrow with my friends. He says that I'll cheat and he won't be able to sleep without me. I don't know what to do. Does he normally name call you like this? That's abusive. He's abusive and controlling, and you don't have to stay with him. In my opinion, as someone in their 30s, drop the BF. He's extremely controlling, insecure, and abusive. This is likely going to get worse. I would end it now, while you still have the agency and support system to do so. ETA. I would do this with your support system by your side. Tell your friends and parents everything, end the relationship, and exit his life permanently, as safely and quickly as possible. Won't let yourself be free of this controlling man. Dump him, that is all. Fun fact. There are people out there who won't even try to tell you whether or not you get to go on a girls' trip. It's time for you to read this book. Maybe start while on your girls' trip. Your boyfriend is an abusive dick. Break up with him and go on that girls' trip. 27F, I'm not attracted to boyfriend anymore, 36 male, and am devastated? For context, we've been together for 3 years, and when I met him he was kinda fat, but his face was nice and he had a busket with, from what I could tell, decent hair. He was around 90 kilograms then. We worked on art projects together and talked about music and movies, and I was fascinated by how much someone can know about things only I knew about until then. It was very sweet to see someone into similar things to my own, so we hung out and eventually started dating. It was okay at first, but we started running into issues very fast. He would keep closing off more and we would never leave the house for 2 years. Our only 2 trips were a nightmare where he kept nagging how he doesn't want to go anywhere, how trips are a waste of time, etc. He lied to me about some things, wasn't very nice, and gained like 30 kilograms over his 90. This all resulted in me losing all attraction and feeling disgusted. I started training daily about 2 years ago while he is getting fatter, and the slow decline made me even more disgusted. I would go to combat sports, gym daily, and would see all these happy, fit people, and I would feel like shit when I came home to him. We did, however, go through a lot together, and I genuinely care about him. I tried to get him to exercise for 3 years and he refused until recently I cried and said we should break up because I'm very unhappy. He then lost like 15 kilograms with a diet and wants to work out, but only if I do it with him. I am just tired. I keep fantasizing about hugging someone who doesn't have a stomach like a fucking barrel and can't see his dick from it. But I still care about him deeply. IDK, what to do? He keeps losing hair and doesn't want to fix it. I tried getting him treatment for hair loss, but he shows no agency, and I went with him to the gym, cooked, and I'm helping him lose weight now. I am so fucking tired, I don't know what to do. You're allowed to break up with anyone at any time. You don't even need to justify it, but his lack of drive and motivation are clearly justification enough. You two just aren't compatible. Be free. I think the fact that he's so much older than you but much less motivated to better himself is a big issue. I also think you very well may be losing attraction because of him lying to you. The severity of the lie is important, but trust can be broken with small lies. Absolutely wild that the weight gain is your red line, not the flaming behavioral red flags. You're calling this dude fat and disgusting in one breath and in another saying you care about him deeply. No, you do not. You do not love him. You do not respect him. You are not attracted to him. You just wrote on and on in such an insulting and degrading way about him while putting yourself above him. How is this love? How is this caring deeply? What, because he won't be able to read this, it doesn't matter what you say or think about him. You are attempting to preserve your own feelings so you don't have to feel like the bad guy in this situation. You should have cut ties a long time ago. You've clearly felt this way for quite some time. Why are you with this guy that you dislike? He deserves someone who likes him and you deserve someone you like. It's that simple. I keep fantasizing about hugging someone who doesn't have a stomach like a fucking barrel and can't see his dick from it. But I still care about him deeply. IDK, what to do? You are mean. My boyfriend 36M yelled at some women in public, blamed me 31F for it, and now I feel lost. Hi everyone, I really need some outside perspective. The other night at a bar, I had a visible allergic reaction that affected my face. I was already feeling insecure and uncomfortable. We were talking with a group of women who were being kind and friendly, until one of them made a comment, something along the lines that the reason I felt bad about my appearance was my boyfriend and the patriarchy. I didn't even hear it, but my boyfriend did. He got very upset and ended up yelling at the woman and calling her fat in front of everyone. I was shocked. I understand the comment might have hurt him, but I felt really uncomfortable and humiliated by his reaction. Later, I told him that I thought his behavior had gone too far, especially calling her names and shouting. He told me that his reaction was my fault because I didn't defend him. He said I took the girl's side and that he would never let someone talk to me that way. He genuinely believes I betrayed him by not backing him up, and says he wouldn't have reacted like that if I had. The truth is, I'm really upset that he's blaming me for something he did. I told him that he's made me feel like this before, guilty for things that weren't my fault, and that in the past, it's led me to deep emotional lows and depression. I'm honestly heartbroken and starting to question everything. We've been together for 7 years and we're planning to get married at some point. But now I'm wondering if I've been tolerating something unhealthy. I feel so confused. I don't know if I'm overreacting, but I also feel like something deep inside me is telling me that this isn't right. Has anyone been in a similar situation? How do you know when a line has been crossed? His response to being told he's made a woman feel bad about how she looks is to immediately make negative comments about another woman's appearance? It sounds like the ladies at the bar weren't wrong. You are not overreacting. Your gut is sounding the alarm because it knows what your heart is trying to ignore. Blame shifting is emotional manipulation. The fact that you feel more guilt than he does is the biggest red flag. Healthy love does not make you question your reality. Yes, you've been tolerating incredibly unhealthy behavior. You are not responsible for someone else's words, and his reaction was entirely his own doing, seeing as he is an adult. Take a look at this list, and I'm willing to bet you'll recognize your relationship. I mean, she was right, wasn't she? Does he lash out at you and say mean things when you upset him? If he doesn't yet, I hate to break it to you. New boyfriend, 28 male, asked me, 24 female, to dress more modest. How do I handle this? For context, my father is Muslim and my mother is anti-religion. Don't ask me how they came to marry. They're long divorced and my father has now found his ideal Islamic family. From my stepmother I now have 7 step-siblings, ranging from 1432. Long story short, he happened to meet them for the first time this week and I did tell him they'd be in traditional wear, that my father might even be wearing a dress, thobe, with the women wearing hijabs and abayas. On the way back to our town he mentioned wishing I could dress more modest like they do and asked if I could. I thought this was weird and noted, if you want someone who dresses like a Muslim you should date a Muslim. He didn't like this answer. I don't even dress immodestly like that. I was shamed for wearing skinny jeans as a kid. I am very overly attentive to what I wear and how it makes me look. I think the only thing against me is I have nipple piercings and often don't wear bras because they're uncomfortable and I am rather small. I can't tell if this is a red flag. We've been seeing each other for just a couple of months. We haven't talked about it since the car, but I can't stop thinking about it now. Do you want to live out the same storyline as your parents? Because this is how you end up living out the same storyline as your parents. Just walk away and find a guy who isn't concerned with how modestly you dress if that's not the kind of thing you want the guys you date to be concerned with. I think your answer was spot on. You don't want a partner who is trying to model you to their ideal wife. You want a partner who is willing to see you and share their life with you. I personally see anything that tries to control or limit my self-agency as a red flag. You don't like how I dress? Then I'm not the right person for you. You don't like my hobbies? Not the right person. You don't like my friends? Not the right person. Yes, it is a red flag. Don't repeat your parents' mistakes. Purple heart. I could understand a request to wear a bra around his family, parents, but that doesn't seem to be what he's talking about. If he's asking you to dress different for him and not just during family events, I'd say that's possessive. Sounds like a base level incompatibility.